name's John, and today we're going to get into some major upgrades. So the city has been running for a little while. I'm quite glad everything seems to be ticking over smoothly. Right, we've got some problems building it up, but this stuff will get a rework like we've mentioned. But not today. We're going to get to the city rework another time when we actually expand towards the right area. Today we're going to get into some works on our half-finished areas. Hey Samuel, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. I hope you're well. I'm just explaining what we're going to do today, so I hope you enjoy. What we're going to do is we're going to start by the NASTYWATER. Our sewage treatment facility plant is going to get a big upgrade because yesterday all of the DLC went on sale, which is what I was waiting for. So now we're going to make the most of what we have. We've actually gone and bought all of the DLC, so we've got lots of stuff we can add to this area to really make it look good. I'm good, and you? I'm well, thank you Samuel. I'm good. I'm looking forward to this stream today. Got a lot to do, so we're going to get quite busy. Let's start by opening the dumps. But yeah, I'm well, thank you. I'm not too bad. I'm ready to start the day in a nice positive way by working on Santa Meko. So this is what we're going to do first. We're going to get onto the NASTYWATER Co. That's plan 1. Next on the list we've got the supply chain farming. So currently we don't have, this is, oh god, alright, we've had a huge forest fire that we haven't been able to deal with. Now we have natural disasters DLC. Things can get a little hairy, I guess. Alright, there's our observatory burning down with our ditch recreation. I'm sure we will survive. Okay, not a problem. That's okay. That will be nice. Oh, wicked, Samuel. I'm glad you're thinking the same. We're going to have some fun. We're just going to do some major works. We're going to... Where was we heading to? So we was heading to the farm. That was the one. Obviously, this has burnt down, but it's not to do with the farming industries DLC. So what we're going to do... oops, my teacher calling. I need to go BRB. Yes, bro. Definitely go to class. Don't worry about streams and stuff when you're at school. You can always watch back later. I'm going to just try to fly through things and try to be quite precise in this stream rather than get distracted. But yeah, enjoy your day. Make sure you do your work as good as you can and all of that stuff. So we're going to build a farm. So this here is Highland Heights. It's our little farming area at the moment. It did look quite nice before we had this forest fire rip down the whole area. As you can see, some of this stuff has survived. Maybe the farmer was watering it recently, who knows. But we're going to start a supply chain up here, so I'm not too sure how this works. This is new with the DLC of industries. We're going to maybe build things, maybe not all in one farm. Maybe they have to use this A road to get from one bit to another, but I don't know how that's going to work. We could completely start causing traffic all over the place. It will be fun to find out. Next on the list we have the network extension. So we are going to load the game where we've been playing from. I think I've been leaving it running on 3 times speed for a little while, just while I was planning out today's stream. So the first thing we're going to do, obviously before we go back, we're going to I'm just going to show you the highway network, what I'm planning. So if you've seen it in the streams before, you may be slightly aware. We're going to bring possibly this A road up and around this mountain, something like that. And whether it comes down, obviously we're going to do this better when it comes to it. I actually want it coming around the face, and then here we're going to go over our highway. So there's going to be a motorway coming through the centre of this. Let's pull that up a little bit so we can do what we need to do. Let's just call it that, yeah. And then this is going to join into this area somehow. We'll have the motorway coming through the centre. So this is going to be generally how the second motorway is going to run. We're going to have an intersection down here somewhere where this big hole is intersecting with our through highway. Then we're thinking this one is going to come off over this way eventually, but I don't know if we're going to start building out to there just yet, but we'll see. Possibly, but possibly not. I don't really plan on expanding to this island in this stream, but we'll see what happens. You never know. just going to move my phone. I get bad reception when it's in that location, so I'll move it. Hopefully it's crystal clear for you guys. Remodeling. So if you caught our last couple of streams, we actually started working on a new little village here, which we've nice. I do like it, but I feel now that we kind of know we want something there. This bridge is how we're going to do some major works. I don't know if you can see the top of the description. The first thing we're going to do is some nasty waterworks, but I'm not sure. It must be very late for you or very early. I hope you're well. Hope you're having a good evening or morning. We're going to do a little bit of a remodeling to this village eventually. So the houses could be maybe a bit more suited to each other. We'll try and make something work just so it looks a little bit more uniform. I think I want to change how the roads work here too. This is our first little park that we've put in since we've had the DLC, and yeah, it's not really nothing special. I wanted to maybe make a throughway to here, but thinking about it, I might just make this a path and maybe we have a little park here. Okay, energy problems are building up, but that's not a problem. This is our old stream, so our old save, so we're going to load the game where we left off soon. So we're going to remodel that village that's lower on the list, and then I didn't put this on the description, but earlier I had a little mess about with this, which I'll just do for you guys now as a sneak peek for what we might get onto in a bit. How was your sleep and how are you? Thank you very much for asking, Nasty. I'm well, I'm good. I'm ready to start the day with a nice good stream. I don't think it's going to be as long as some of the previous ones, but hopefully it's going to be a bit more productive. My sleep was good. I fell asleep early last night in the stream. I almost fell asleep again while we were streaming, so I caught myself just dozing off. I maybe should watch it back and just make sure I wasn't asleep for 5 minutes. I don't know. I felt my eyes rolling, but that could have been 10 minutes. Who knows? But I don't think I did. My sleep was good after that. I woke up early thinking I'm going to stream straight away. Had a few things to do that come up, which is not a problem. So now we're going to start a little bit later, but we have a plan, so we're all good. I'm almost done editing Skate and Chill Free. Sick, so sorry if I pop in and out of the stream. No worries, bro. You pop in and out of the stream. I was just showing off this river here, which you might end up adding to this stream, but who knows? I don't know. I'm thinking something like that could wind through. Maybe we could incorporate a nice little bridge in our village. We could just have a nice winding river somewhere that brings it down to here. I also branched another bit of it off because it seems like the water flow is crazy. Oh, I just lost my way there quite a lot. I know we're on ×3 speed, but there's a lot of water coming from here, so maybe we actually bring another little winding river through here, which made me think we could have a campsite or a natural park possibly, or a national park possibly over here. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments if you are watching this live, and if you're watching it back, make sure you drop the comments of what you think, how it ends up, if you see at the end, how you think it ends up being, or if you've got any ideas what you think we should do, feel free to drop them in. So Nasty is almost done editing Skate and Chill Free. That's going to be sick. If you're into Skate, definitely go check his channel out. He's got some wicked clips that are working. They're working good. I like them. I think these recent videos are sick. Obviously, you had a little bit of a sound issue in your last one, but I'm sure that's why we make mistakes. We make them to learn, I guess, so it won't happen again. So best our last save. So this is where we left off last night. Nothing has changed. And then we're going to go, I don't know, we'll have a little maybe fly about. We're getting 10 minutes into the video, so let's maybe just head to where we're going to start our first bit of building. So as you can see, oh, why is that still there? Our highways through, what's going on? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Our city is working well. This is a save here. Alright. So this is a save from last night as we left off. I mean, I could have just got myself an extra few 100,000 in. That would have been quite cool. But it's alright. Just trying to sort out my YouTube. I've got a video here playing in front of me just so I can keep an eye on making sure the quality don't drop out and the stream's all good. There we are. Now it's loading. Make sure it's on mute because we don't want to hear that. Alright, so what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to get straight into the Nasty Water Co. We're going to do some upgrades because what we have is some brand new DLC. We bought all of the DLC yesterday, as I mentioned at the start of the video, and this is going to completely transform this area. So at the moment we've just got some random industry stuff put in. I'm not sure if I actually kind of like the layout of that. Now it's down. We'll have a think about it anyway. So first things first, we can get rid of this stuff. I would like to add some sort of water cleaning system, but we'll see. I fixed the audio problem with this episode. Wicked, hopefully. Yes, fingers crossed, hopefully. A good tip that I would have, one thing that I learned, is don't always listen to it through the same thing that you're editing on, if you can. So if you're editing on a laptop, don't always listen to the laptop. Put some headphones in it, maybe plug some speakers in it, give it a different way of amplifying it rather than the speakers that you're relying on for your edit. That's always good, just to double check. That way you know that alright, it's going to sound good on whatever system anyone is listening to it on. That's one little trick. I mean, this is live streaming, so I'm not saying this is any good quality, but on edited videos I've got a bit of experience. Obviously my edited videos on this channel aren't the best, but yeah, it's still stuff that notes and helps for times. Now I'm thinking we do kind of what we was planning before. We have some sort of filtration system with the pumps and the way things work in this area. So I want to turn off snapping because something snapped at the wrong angle then. See if we can get something better. I wonder if a wide one is good here. We could always adjust some of this stuff, but I don't mind that roundabout. And that's a good idea. Thanks, John. You're welcome. Loads of free tips here whenever you require them. If I know what I'm talking about, that is. Otherwise, I won't say nothing. How close can I drag that? That seems pretty close to the road, but we'll see how it handles, I guess. Alright, that's not bad. Let's see if we can smooth this area just to make a bit... Actually, I don't know if we can because of it being what it is. I'll try it. Because we've got one of these keys or river banks there, or quays, whatever you want to call them, it's up to you. Because you've got them, it puts the terrain on a slightly different angle on the other side. It's got a kind of slope that it has to follow for it to work. So a little bit of adjustment and we'll find something that works, I'm sure. So here's our level ground. Where's our car park? We don't want to ruin that too much, although we now have car parks, which I'm really excited about. I can't wait for that. So we've got one pool there, that works. Cool. Yeah, we've got loads of facilities. We can add some warehouses down here. We've got see video. I downloaded this yesterday, went live and literally went through everything that's in the game, apart from the park life stuff, which for some reason it didn't download, but it was actually free, so that was rather good. So we've got just things like this. Maybe I'm just going to plonk some down to show you. There we are. Look, there's one of our many buildings that is going to make this area just look like what it's meant to be. We've got another thing here. The list goes on. There we are. We've got quite a few new things which I'm excited about. So we've got some big storage tanks that we can add in now. Just to plot these things about within this facility is it's just going to change it completely. So I'm excited for this build. Hopefully we actually manage to get out of the Nasty Water Co before this stream is over. But if it comes to it and this place looks brilliant by the end of it, then everything else can wait. So okay, what we're doing is I'm thinking, I still like the idea that we have dirtier water coming into one, possibly cleaning it when it ends up in another, and then maybe we just have a pretend pool of water here with some pumps that are disabled, and then we can actually have clean water outlets now, which is a blessing. So this thing here will actually pump out clean fresh water, so we're no longer going to have this brown poop pool, but we can have a few poop pools around here because we've got to keep it nasty here at the Nasty Water Co. So my thoughts is, I mean, that water is pretty brown, but if we went with these ones, it's going to be even darker. So it'd be cool to, it'd be quite cool if you drove in and these were higher. These are pretty high anyway. I reckon. Alright, let's do that. I'm going to go for major reworks. Let's go. So deleting all this. No time for thinking. We can always adjust later. I'll delete that too. Now that was quite nice that there was a bank there, which we'll come back to that bank later. I'm going to grab a small pool. Might as well make it a deep one because maybe we go something like that. Now what I'm going to do, just to see what this looks like, because I'm thinking that we're going to have our waste pumps polluting into this one here. Hopefully maybe a dud industry building somewhere close, so we can transfer the water. So all the buildings here may be getting kind of poopy water, but we'll see how that works for them. Or we can put something that doesn't necessarily need water, maybe. I don't know how it works with the new DLC. That sounds like a good idea, dear John. Thanks, you're welcome. The Nasty Water Co is under major works, and it's gonna start looking really good. I'm quite excited, to be honest with you. I just think that way, if you're driving in, when it comes to this fun view. Oh, I didn't mean that one. I meant to go drive. Right, these vehicles are insane. Have we got any new vehicles now with the DLC? I'm sure we. Don't know if that's new. Don't know if that's new. No, I'm not too sure. Don't think so, but I'm thinking these are going to be pumping out poop water, so by the time we drive around you see the back of them, which would be cool. What, do vehicles actually crash now? Did I just crash into that vehicle rather than drive through him? What is going on? No. Come back here, why did I crash into you? Oh, I don't know what happened then. But by the time you come around the other side, there's going to be these big things shooting out poop into the cleaning facility, so let's start with that. It's quite nice that it's at that height. I don't mind it. I don't know if I want this bank to be more of a bank though instead of that. No, let's just go. Let's just plop, and we can always choose something different after if we need to. But I do want them to be the same height. So first things first, let's get our level tool. I mean, we could bring them down, so when you're coming in, they're quite a low feature of it. That's what we'll do. So I'm going to bring this to there. Let's put that all the way up. Then we're going to place them on this little bank here. So hopefully it brings them down a little bit lower from that side. But the problem with that, our water pumps are massive, which is quite off-putting in this game. But whether we got some more, we might actually have more water intake valves. I doubt it. This thing here